Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Saru.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Ram.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
How's your Ekadasi? Okay.
Okay, this is the first time I'm trying, so far so good.
So far, so good, huh?
Yes.
Nice to hear. What you had?
It's only milk, porridge just with things like sweet potatoes. That's it, and then a lot of fruits.
What type of porridge you took?
Okay, that porridge just with coconut milk and all sweet potato.
Oh,
That's it.
okay. No rice, huh?
No.
Okay. Okay. Jai Jai Sri Chaitanya, Jai Nityananda, Jai GauraChandra, Jai Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Jai Sri Chaitanya, Jai Nityananda, Jai GauraChandra, Jai Bhakta Vrinda. Okay, the last week we started with 57, 58. Because you are my very dear friend, I'm speaking to you, my supreme instruction, the most confidential knowledge of all. Hearing this from me, for it is for your benefit. Always think of me and become my devotee. Worship me and offer your homage to me. Thus you will come to me without fail. I promise you, because you are my very dear friend. This is from chapter 18 of Bhagavad Gita, verse 65, 66. So now we proceed. Someone can read 59, 60, and 61.
I will read, Prabhu.
Okay.
Text 59. Although Krishna previously explained the proficiency of executing Vedic rituals, performing fruitive activity as enjoyed in the Vedas, practicing yoga and cultivating yajna, these last instructions are most powerful and stand above all the others. Text 60. If the devotee has faith in the strength of this order, is worship to Lord Krishna and gives up all other activities. Text 61. As long as one is not sainted by fruitive activity and has not awakened his taste for devotional service by Sarvanam Kirtanam Vishnu, one has to act according to the regulative principles of the Vedic injunctions. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So Krishna is speaking about this verse because you are my very dear friend. Yeah, I find. Okay. He's saying because you are my very dear friend, this verses is overcome all the others. You know, Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, he has explained about executing Vedic rituals, performing fruitive activity as stated in the Vedas, doing cultivating, practicing yoga, cultivating jnana. Jnana is knowledge. This last instruction, these instructions 57 to 58, are most powerful and are above all others. The most important. This is the final conclusion in the Bhagavad Gita. So if a devotee has faith in the strength of his order, he worships Lord Krishna and gives up all other activities. You don't have to look for knowledge. You don't have to look for uh, karma yoga. You don't have to do all others. You just do it for the sake of Krishna. So as long as one is not satiated by fruitive activities, that means not engrossed by fruitive activities, and awaken his taste for devotional service by Shravanam, speaking, hearing, and remembering. Shravanam is hearing, Kirtanam is speaking, Vishnu is remembering. This is the three things you're supposed to do always. You should hear about Krishna, speak about Krishna, and remember Krishna. If you cannot do devotion, have this taste, you don't do this, then you have to follow the regulative principles of the Vedic injunction, because slowly they will purify you. Okay? So now 62, 63, and 64. Someone can read?
I'll read 62. Shraddha is confident, firm faith that by rendering transcendental loving service to Krishna, one automatically performs all subsidiary activities. Such faith is favorable to the discharge of devotional service. 63. By pouring water on the root of a tree, one automatically satisfies the trunk, the branches, and twigs. Similarly, by supplying food to the stomach, where it nourishes the life air, one satisfies all the senses. In the same way, by worshipping Krishna and rendering him service, one automatically satisfies all the demigods. 64. A faithful devotee is a truly eligible candidate for the loving service of the Lord. According to one's faith, one is classified as a topmost devotee, an intermediate devotee, or an inferior devotee. Hare Krishna.
Okay, 61, as long, okay, 62. Shraddha is confident, firm faith by rendering, that means faith. Shraddha is faith. It means firm faith, rendering loving service to Krishna. Once you have that, you automatically perform all the other activities, all the other things, karma yoga, and all these you are doing for the sake of Krishna. So this faith is favorable for devotional service. You must have faith first. And then if you like to worship Krishna, that means you satisfy everything. You satisfy the devas. You satisfy the obligations to the parents. You satisfy everything because you get all the good qualities of a devotional service. Just like you water the tree, you water the roots. You don't have to water the leaves and all that. Automatically, everything gets nourished. Similarly, if you eat, whole body gets the strength. You don't eat through your mouth. I mean, don't eat through your nose. You don't eat through your eyes. Don't eat through your hands. You eat through your stomach. So in the same way, you worship Krishna, you automatically, all the devas are also satisfied. And then there are three kinds of a faithful devotee is eligible for loving service according to one's faith. It's classified as three kinds of devotees: topmost devotee, intermediate devotee, and inferior devotee. Let's see what are the three types of devotees. Someone can read 65, 66, 67. Who hasn't read, please read.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, text 65. One who is expert in logic, argument, and the reveals, and who has firm faith in Krishna is classified as a topmost devotee. He can deliver the whole world. Text 66. One who is expert in logic and in understanding the revealed scriptures, and who always has firm conviction and deep faith that is not blind, is to be considered a topmost devotee in devotional service. Text 67. One who is not very expert in argument and logic based on the revealed scriptures, but who has firm faith, is considered a second-class devotee. He also must be considered most fortunate. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
So we all will fall into one of these three categories. The third category is little bit. If you are learning the scripture and you are very expert and you understand what really Krishna is telling you, so you all should strive to reach that level. And you have firm faith in Krishna, is you are the topmost devotee. Then you can go out and preach to others, and whatever questions they ask also, you will be able to actually answer their questions in the correct way. You cannot, if you don't understand exactly what Krishna means, like how in Bhagavad Gita when we are reading, what does it mean, exactly what Krishna is meaning, you see? So, and who is expert in logic and understanding, and you have very firm conviction and deep faith that is not blind. You do not have blind faith, meaning you must be mature devotee. Sometimes there are some places in the scripture is written like this, but in other places written something else. So you're not sure which one exactly is the correct one. But if you understand different times and different circumstances you use differently, then you are actually become a mature devotee. In the sense you understand when you should apply this way and when you should apply that way. What exactly Krishna is understanding. Now, if you are not very expert also, but you have very strong faith in Krishna and you are considered a middle class devotee. Second class means middle class, okay? Meaning you have your knowledge is on the middle level. He must be considered also most fortunate. It doesn't matter if you really cannot grasp so much, so long as you keep on hearing and remembering Krishna, that's also okay. Okay, then we go to the, someone can read 68, 69, 70.
Okay, Prabhu, I will read.
Yeah, thank you.
He who does not know scriptural argument very well, but who has firm faith is called an intermediate or second class devotee.
Sorry, you're supposed to read 69, 70, 71, my mistake.
Okay, sorry.
My
All right. Okay, one whose faith is soft and pliable is called neophyte. But by gradually following the process, he will rise to the platform of a first-class devotee. Text 70, one whose faith is not very strong, who is just beginning, should be considered a neophyte devotee. Text 71, a devotee is considered superlative or superior according to his attachment and love. In the 11th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, the following symptoms have been given.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So if you have faith which is not strong, you just feel it's okay, but your faith is not strong, you're called a neophyte. Neophyte means new devotee. But if you gradually follow the process, you will come to the process of first class devotee. First, we all started with being neophyte. Then we go to the middle. Then after we keep on reading and discussing and going further, we'll come to the top level. So Krishna is saying, don't worry. You must, so long as you're following the process is to get up early, following whatever is supposed to be done, okay? Following, so now Krishna is speaking about again the topmost devotee. In text 71, he says, a devotee is considered high if his, according to his attachment and love. How much love he has for Krishna is considered what the level you are. So of course, when you see a person who has so much devotion to the Lord, you say, wow, I wish I could have that much devotion. When you are listening to bhajan, the way the singer can sing with devotion, you also feel very inspired, right? So you are looking for that devotion because you also want to come to that level. Just like a person who wants to be rich, he looks at the rich man and how the rich man does and try and copy. So the same way, we also We want to become good devotees, so we see how a good devotee it is, he or she acts, then we also try. Okay. Okay, 72, 73, 74.
I read Prabhu. Text 72. A person advanced in a devotional service sees within everything the soul of soul. The Supreme Personality of a Godhead, Sri Krishna. Consequently, he always sees the form of the Supreme Personality of a Godhead as the cause of all causes and understand that all things are situated in him.
Be louder.
Text 73. An intermediate second-class devotee shows love for the Supreme Personality of a Godhead, is friendly to all devotees, and is very merciful to neophytes and ignorant people. The intermediate devotee neglects those who are envious of devotional service. Text 74. A Praktra, sorry,
What?
okay, Prakarta, okay. A Prakarta Bhakta or materialistic devotee does not purposefully study the Shastra and try to understand the actual standard of a pure devotional service. Consequently, he does not show proper respect to advanced devotees. He may, however, follow the regulative principle learned from his spiritual master or from his family who worship the deity. He is not to be, he is to be considered on the material platform, although he is trying to advance in devotional service. Such a person is a Bhakta Praya, Neopet, Neopet devotee or Bhakta Bahasa, for he is a little enlightened by Vaishnava philosophy.
Okay. So on the person, there are three classes. Advanced level, you understand that Krishna is in the heart of everyone and you're compassionate to all living beings. So you are merciful. An intermediate, excuse me, an intermediate one, he knows some knowledge, he's following the principles, and he is merciful to those who are on the neophyte level, this third level. Because he understands they are ignorant, he don't get angry with them. He tries and teaches them, you know. So the thing is, sometimes a new person may come, and then if you are a neophyte devotee, you get angry, you think you're very great. Oh, I'm a very great devotee. Why this fellow doing like this? And he scold the devotee. You're not supposed to scold. If you are scolding a devotee, means you're on the third level. So basically, you be on the second level. We should not scold these type of people. We should try and teach them nicely. Or you should not do like this. You can do this way. It is better for you. Then, of course, then when normally people come to the Lord, they come in a materialistic. They want some material benefit, and he comes to pray to the Lord because he wants some mercy. Mercy in the sense of material wealth or at least some peace. He wants some benefit for himself, you know. So he doesn't come with the purpose to become a pure devotee of the Lord. He comes just as a what you call you are brought up that way, so you just come to praise the temple and that's it. You are not wanting to progress spiritually. So these type of people, they don't understand advanced devotees and they feel that advanced devotees and them are the same. But actually advanced devotees, we can learn from them, right? So He may follow the regulatory principles because he learned from his spiritual master or from his family. So anyway, he will come slowly. Such a person is he's trying to advance. That's the important thing, the desire to advance. Okay, someone can read 75, 76, 77.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, I will read. A Vaishnava is one who has developed all good transcendental qualities. All the good qualities of Krishna gradually develop in Krishna's devotee. Text 76. In one who has unflinching devotional faith in Krishna, all the good qualities of Krishna and the demigods are consistently manifest. However, he who has no devotion to the Supreme Personality of Godhead has no good qualification because he is engaged by mental concoction in material existence, which is the external feature of Lord. Text 77. All these transcendental qualities are the characteristic of pure Vaishnavas, and they cannot be fully explained, but I shall try to point out some of the important qualities. Thank you, Prabhuji.
A Vaishnava is the one who believes there is one Lord, and the Supreme Lord is Lord Krishna, Vishnu, or Lord Ram. This they believe that it's the same Lord. So that's a Vaishnava. A Vaishnava has all good qualities of Krishna, and all good qualities of Krishna gradually develop in the Krishna devotee. If you have a Vaishnava, Krishna has all the good qualities. Slowly you will develop these qualities. If you have unflinching faith in Krishna, the good qualities of Krishna and the Devas. Remember, the Devas have good qualities also. Don't ever go to a Deva temple and say, no, I only worship Krishna. Because the Devas are devotees of Krishna. They also have very good qualities. If they don't have good qualities, they cannot become Devas. However, a person who has no devotion has no good qualification because he is always listening to his mind and not to the scriptures. And he is always engrossed with Maya Devi, the external feature of the Lord, that means the material world. All these transcendental qualities are characteristics of pure Vaishnavas and they cannot be fully explained, but I shall try and point out. Now the qualities of a pure devotee or a good devotee is being told. Remember in Bhagavad Gita chapter 16, the first 3 verses, they are all the good qualities we are supposed to get. So now we are again reading what is being said here. Someone can read 78 to 80.
I'll read, Prabhu.
Okay.
Sorry.
Who's reading?
Okay, I'll read then, Prabhu.
Okay.
Okay. 78 to 80, right, Prabhu?
Yes.
Okay. Devotees are always merciful, humble, truthful, equal to all, faultless, magnanimous, mild and clean. They are without material possession and they perform welfare work for everyone. They are peaceful, surrendered to Krishna, and desireless. They are indifferent to material acquisition and are fixed in devotional service. They completely control the 6 bad qualities: lust, anger, greed, and so forth. They eat only as much as required, and they are not inebriated. They are respectful, grave, compassionate, and without false prestige. They are friendly, poetic, expert, and silent. Text 81. Devotees are always tolerant, forbearing, and very merciful. They are the well-wishers of every living entity. They follow the scriptural injunctions, and because they have no enemies, they are very peaceful. These are the decorations of devotees. Text 82. Do I read text 82, Prabhu?
No problem.
It is the verdict of all sastras and great personalities that service to a pure devotee in the path of liberation. By contrast, association with materialistic people who are attached to material enjoyment and women is the path of darkness. Those who are actually devotees are broad-minded, equal to everyone, and are very peaceful. They never become angry and they are friendly to all living entities. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So here, the qualities of what you should have be, you should be merciful, humble, truthful, equal to all. All this in Bhagavad Gita, I think we have gone through. Magnanimous, magnanimous means generous. Mild means not harsh, very soft and clean. They are without material possessions. Does not mean that you don't have house, car, all that, but it means that you are without desire for more and more material possessions. And they perform welfare work. That means they help others, people who are in need of help. They are very helpful. They may help in many ways. They may help in money, or they may help in helping them differently, or helping them to learn about Krishna. They are welfare work. Or maybe cooking some food, offering to Krishna and giving out prasadam so that they can become purified. Okay, these are the welfare work for everyone. They are peaceful, surrender to Krishna, and desireless, meaning you don't hanker. Whatever Krishna gives, you say it's okay, fine, thank you. If Krishna gives you $1 million, you say thank you, Krishna, you're so kind, I don't deserve it. But if he doesn't give, he gives you whatever, you should not be very upset that I should have $1 million, why I'm not getting. You know, you just do your work and don't think of your results. And they are indifferent to material acquisitions. You understand that material things are impermanent and don't become too attached to them, right? And you must be fixed in devotional service. You control your 6 bad qualities. Lust, anger, greed is the 3 most dangerous bad qualities. And then illusion, uh, and attachment, and one more I forgot. But anyway, there are the 3 main ones are written here: lust, anger, and greed. You should be very careful. And not they are not inebriated. They eat as much as required, but not overeat. Okay. So they are respectful, grave meaning serious. They are not when the time to be serious, you are serious. When you want to joke, it's okay, that's fine, but not joke at the wrong time. Compassionate and without false prestige. False prestige meaning I am the owner of everything, but actually Krishna is the owner and we are just the recipients of the mercy of Krishna. Krishna is giving us while we are in this material world because we need the things also. And they are friendly, poetic, expert, silent, all these qualities. You may not be poetic, but never mind, you know, try and get whatever qualities you can do. And they are always tolerant. Even somebody is not following properly, you are very tolerant and you are very helpful. Example, forbearing and very merciful. And they are very merciful. They wish well for everybody. They follow scripture injunction, and they don't feel that anybody is their enemy. They are very peaceful. If you say this is my enemy, it's not correct. You should not think anybody is your enemy. Okay, these are the declarations of the devotee. It is all the shastras has said that you should associate as much as possible with devotees, and especially pure devotees, that means senior devotees whom you can actually learn more and you associate more because they are very strong in their faith. You will get inspired. Okay. In contrast, people, materialistic people, they are attached to material enjoyment, and women. Women in the sense that they are like they go out and they go out with other women. Example, they are not like have their own wife and they just stick to their wife. They do have other things they do. And of course, for the woman, it's also sometimes they go out and go out with other men. There are many cases of people married women also. They go out with other men. So in this way, you should not be attached to man or woman, depend on what sex you are. In the path of darkness, because that it comes under illicit sex. Illicit sex is having sex out of marriage. And they are actually devotees who are broad-minded, equal to everyone, and very peaceful. Because you have all these good qualities, you become peaceful, you never become angry. You understand that people are acting in the modes of material nature. Sometimes they're in the mode of ignorance, sometimes mode of passion. So whatever they do also, you don't get angry. You just understand they are being controlled by the modes of material nature. And they are friendly to every living being. Okay. Okay, someone read 83, 84, 85.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Text 83. The root cause of devotional service to Lord Krishna is association with advanced devotees. Even when one's dormant love for Krishna awakens, association with devotees is still most essential. Text 84. O my Lord, O infallible Supreme Person, when a person wandering throughout the universe becomes eligible for liberation from material existence, he gets an opportunity to associate with devotees. When he associates with devotees, his attraction for you is awakened. You are the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the highest goal of the topmost devotees, and the Lord of the universe. Text 85. O devotees, O you who are free from all sins, let me inquire from you about that which is supremely auspicious for all living entities. Association with a pure devotee for even half a moment in this material world is the greatest treasure of human society. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
So Prabhupada said that I have built temples for the purpose that devotees can get together. So the temple is not so much to worship the Lord. It is there, the Lord, of course, a temple, you have to have a worship of the Lord. But it's also that people can come together and worship the Lord. So they can associate with each other. Otherwise, how are you going to get a chance to associate with devotees? So devotee, and if you associate with a devotee, association important. So if you associate with a pure devotee, then it's even better. But sometimes you cannot get pure devotee. Sometimes somebody tells me, oh, in the temple, I see this fellow not doing the correct way. What type of devotee he is? But you see, there are the neophyte devotees. There are people who are in the neophyte devotee. So they are still not really mature yet. So you should also be not angry. So you understand when you go temple, don't expect everyone to be a very high level devotee. Some are on the top, some are in the middle, and some are on the lower side. Some are on the top, but they think they are on the top, but actually they are in the middle because they have this desire for name and fame. When you have a desire for name and fame and thinking, I am a very good devotee, that means you are no more on the top level, you are already in the middle level. You understand, huh? If you have this, that I'm a very good devotee, I am very proud of being a good devotee. That one means you are not a very good devotee. You become a middle level devotee. So that is attachment to name and fame. That is not good. Remember, that is also attachment. That's also a desire. That is not good. You should always go and be genuinely humble. So a devotee, if you get association with a pure devotee, you may get inspired and you will become a good devotee also. Okay, who's next? Who hasn't read yet?
Me, Prabhu.
Yeah,
85, huh?
85. You have read already, right? Anyone else haven't read yet?
I can read. Come.
Yes.
Text 85.
Okay, I put down for you. It's a
Ah, blocking.
Yeah, blocking.
A little bit lower.
Yeah, and
Oh, what is? No, the other opposite. Okay. O devotees, O you who are free from all sins, let me inquire from you about that which is supremely auspicious for all living entities. Association with a pure devotee for even half a moment in this material world is the greatest treasure for all human society. 86. The spiritually powerful message of Godhead can be properly discussed only in a society of devotees, and it is greatly pleasing to hear in that association. If one hears from devotees, the way of transcendental experience quickly opens, and gradually one attains firm faith that is in due course develops into attraction and devotion. 87. A Vaishnava should always avoid the association of ordinary people. Common people are very much materially attached, especially to women. Vaishnavas should also avoid the company of those who are not devotees of Lord Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So,
Shall I go?
pardon?
Shall I go continue?
Wait, let me explain.
Okay.
So, devotees free from sins. A pure devotee means he has given up everything. It's like Acharya, like Ramanu Acharya, Madhva Acharya, all these Acharyas, they are pure devotees. Prabhupada is totally devoted to the Supreme Lord. So in this way, if you can get association with this pure devotee, you are very fortunate because just by being near to them, you will get influence and you will get inspired. So, if you sit and you are listening to a class with devotees, you will actually get a lot of good vibrations and you will get a lot of interest in listening more and more. But if you there are many times you just go temple, pray a little bit, then you go outside and chit chat with your friends. That is not the way that we are supposed to do. We are supposed to sit and then listen to the class, and then after that, they will give, normally in a temple, they will give you prasadam. So then you take prasadam, then you can want to talk to your friends also, you are devotees, you can talk and give association and take association. But don't try and talk about too much these material things that are happening, politics, all that. Try and talk more about how are you, how's everybody, something like caring style. But there are some people who will come and they'll start talking about politics and this and that. So that is actually, you may talk a little, but not too much on that. You should try and talk more on the caring and loving, and also about anything you get association. So just now the same thing, especially to women or men. So you should not get associated with people who are attached to women, because there are many cases of even spiritual people, they fall down because they have this desire for women, especially for men, and then they will have behind some illicit affair, sexual affair, and in front they are looking like they are very nice devotee. So you know, you have heard of this also, I think. So it's a very dangerous thing. If you cannot be regulated and just stick to your husband or your wife, and then you go out and do with other women, or you are not married and you go out and do with other, this is actually, you have to be very careful, because it will make you very attachment to the opposite sex is very, very strong, very hard to give up. You know, you may give up meat eating, you may give up other things, but giving up attachment to the opposite sex is a very hard. So this is what Lord Chaitanya is telling. Okay, who has not read yet? Everyone read?
Yes, Prabhu, I'll read.
Okay.
Okay, Hare Krishna. Right, it will be text number
88.
87, is it?
Bit
88.
louder.
Okay, sure. Okay, sure. By association with worldly people, one becomes devoid of truthfulness, cleanliness, mercy, gravity, spiritual intelligence, shyness, austerity, fame, forgiveness, control of the mind, control of the senses, fortune, and all opportunities. One should not at any time associate with the causeful who is bereft of the knowledge of self-realization, and who is and who is no more than a toy animal in the hands of a woman. The illusion and bondage that accrue to a man from attachment to any other objects are not as complete as that resulting from associating with a woman or with men too much attached to women. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
You can read 91 and 92.
Okay, I'll do. It's better to accept the misery of being encaged within bars and surrounded by burning flame than to associate with those bereaved of Krishna consciousness. Such association is very great hardship. 92 is not full. I can't see 92.
I'm seeing. Okay, I put down.
You have to scroll up. Okay, all right. Okay, text 92. Okay. One should not even see those who are bereaved of devotional service in Krishna consciousness and who are therefore devoid of pious activities.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Because the text 92 is very difficult. You cannot even see those who are bereft of devotional service to Krishna. You go out, you surely going to see. So this is, you try not to see lah, but it's not possible, because we are living in a world, especially where most of the people are not Krishna conscious. Okay, then here it is saying the attachment to woman is very, 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 very strong. So a lot of some men, they get very attached to having affairs with women or going to the prostitute and all that, because they're just like Ravan. He could not control himself. He wanted Sita. So what happened? He got destroyed. So the same way, attachment to woman will destroy you, or attachment to man if a woman who is, but the more problem is for man attachment to woman than a woman attachment for a man. But anyway, there are cases also on the other side where there are a lot of women get attached to the man. So so this is what is being said here, that it is like if you are in a cage and the fire is around is hot, it's still better than being associating with people who have no devotionals in their soul. So he's saying don't associate with people. You can give your association, but don't take their association. Giving association, give your support, but don't take their bad habits. You don't allow that. Don't go and be with them in their bad habits. So 92 is not possible. So that is why to be a mature devotee, you understand that it is said like this, but it's not possible. So now 93, 94, 95. Okay, everyone has gone the first time, right? Anyone still have not? Okay, now we can go for second round. Those who have already read can read again. Who would like to volunteer?
I will.
Okay.
93. Without hesitation, one should take exclusive shelter of Lord Krishna with full confidence, giving up bad association and even neglecting the regulative principles of the 4 varnas and 4 ashramas. That is to say, one should abandon all material attachment. 94. After giving up all kinds of religious and occupational duties, if you come to me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and take shelter, I shall give you protection from all of life's sinful reactions. Do not worry. 95. Lord Krishna is very kind to his devotees. He is always very grateful and magnanimous, and he possesses all abilities. A learned man does not give up Krishna to worship anyone else. Hare Krishna.
So you must take exclusive shelter of Krishna. Then you don't even have to worry that you are Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, or Sudra, or you are Brahmachari, Garasta, Vanapras, or Sannyasi. All this is not important at all. So long as you are fully dedicated to Krishna, all this you don't have to worry so much. You know, whether you are Sudra or this and all that, it's all useless. So you come to me, I will give you protection from all of life's sinful reactions. Whatever you do, so you do anything wrong, unconsciously or whatever, Krishna will make sure you don't get the karma for it. Once you got no karma at all your karma is gone, you can go back to spiritual world. You no more to come back in this material world. So Krishna is very kind to his devotees. He's very grateful and magnanimous. Magnanimous means generous. He possesses all ability. Krishna has all ability. So a person who is intelligent, a learned man, does not give up Krishna worship to anyone else. Okay, someone, next round, second round, someone can read 96, 97, 98.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Text 96. My the Lord, you are very affectionate to your devotees. You are also a truthful and grateful friend. Where is that learned man who would give you up and surrender to someone else? You fulfill all the desires of your devotees, so much so that sometimes you even give yourself to them. Still, you neither increase nor decrease by such activity. Text 97. Whenever an experienced person develops real knowledge of Krishna and his transcendental qualities, he naturally gives up all other engagements and renders service to the Lord. Uddhava gives evidence concerning this. Text 98. Oh, how wonderful it is! Putana, the sister of Bakasura, wanted to kill Krishna by smearing deadly poison on her breast and having Krishna take it. Nonetheless, Lord Krishna accepted her as his mother, and thus she attained the destination befitting Krishna's mother. Of whom should I take shelter but Krishna, who is most merciful?
So there are examples here. You are very affectionate, so why should we go to anyone else? You are like so nice. Why you want to go to someone that is less nice? And then a person who is very experienced will get the full knowledge of Krishna, and he will give up all engagements and render service to the Lord. Like Uddhava, he gave up everything and he just wanted to be with Krishna. In the Bhagavatam, it's an example. So we are not telling you to give up everything, because right now you have your duties. Krishna also says, do your duty. That is also a service to me. Okay? So, and then how wonderful is Putana? Putana was previously the daughter of Bali Maharaj, a great devotee of the Lord. And when Lord came as Vamana Dev to the fire sacrifice of her father, Bali Maharaj, she was thinking, oh, how beautiful this boy is. I wish I could have him as my son. So in this way, she developed a love for the Lord. And then later on, when Bali Maharaj took everything from her father, she was so angry. She said, I wish I will kill this fellow. He's such a nasty man. So the desire of her was satisfied when Krishna came. Firstly, she came and offered her breast to Krishna as a mother, but also she wanted to kill Krishna by putting the poison on her breast. So Krishna allowed her both things, her desire, and she sucked the breast. After Krishna sucked the breast of Putana, he took out the life air from her body and she died. But she got liberated and she is in the spiritual world right now as one of the mothers of Krishna. So in this way, she is very fortunate. It's actually a pure devotee. Krishna makes her to be a daughter of Bali Maharaj. Bali Maharaj is pure devotee. To be a daughter, you also must have you have done a lot of good punya. So she is actually a very liberated person, but this is sometimes pastimes which Krishna gets invokes. So here we have, so you see how Krishna, even a person wants to kill him also, like Putana, he will liberate her. Because he knows that she is actually a pure devotee. Okay, next 99, 100, 101.
I will read, Prabhuji.
Yes.
99. There are two kinds of devotees, those who are fully satiated and free from all material desires, and those who are fully surrendered to the lotus feet of the Lord. Their qualities are one and the same, but those who are fully surrendered to Krishna's lotus feet are qualified with another transcendental quality, Atma Samarpana, full surrender without reservation.
Thank you.
Text 100.
Yeah, carry on.
Sorry?
Yeah, carry on.
Okay. Text 100. The sixth division of surrender are acceptance of those things favorable to devotional service, the rejection of unfavorable things, the conviction that Krishna will give protection, the acceptance of Lord as one's guardian or master, full self-surrender and humility. Text 101. One whose body is fully surrendered takes shelter at the holy place where Krishna had his pastimes, and he prays to the Lord, "My Lord, I am yours." Understanding this with his mind, he enjoys spiritual bliss. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you. So there are two kinds of devotees which are, or both are good. One is fully satiated and free. He has no material desires and are fully surrendered to the lotus feet of the Lord. There are two, and this one is without material desires, the other one is fully surrendered. They are actually one and the same, but a person who is fully surrendered is a little bit on a higher platform. He gets this Atma Sampana, which means the full surrender without reservation. That means even if Krishna say go and jump in and commit suicide, he will go and commit suicide. Example lah. Of course, I don't think Krishna will tell you to commit suicide, but sometimes even if the Lord say you die for me, you say yes, I'm willing to die for you. So this is that means without reservation. Same like how Krishna asks Yudhishthira, please tell that Ashwatthama is dead. But Yudhishthira said, no, I cannot. So he is not without reservation. If actually the elder brother was Arjuna and he had told Arjuna, Arjuna would say, okay, I will do it. So the Arjuna is on a higher level than Yudhishthira. Both are very good devotees of Lord. But Arjuna is a little bit one step up. Whatever Krishna says, he will follow. And then there are 6 types of surrender. You have to, one is doing things favorable to devotional service. Second is things which are unfavorable, don't do. And then third thing is Krishna will give you protection. Fourth thing is acceptance of the Lord as one's guardian. That means you know that Lord is your guardian or master. And then you have a full self-surrender, fifth, and you have humility. These are the 6 qualities which are good for devotional service. And then the second thing is try and live in a holy place. But if you cannot have a holy place, in your house, put a nice deity of Krishna or a nice altar and say, Krishna, this is your house. So then that also becomes a holy place. Okay? Okay, who would like to read 102, 103, 104? Second round. Who hasn't read second round?
Yeah,
Krishna?
Prabhu. 102, is it?
Yeah.
Text 102. When a devotee is fully surrendered into Krishna lotus feet, Krishna accepts him as one of his confidential associates. Text 103. The living entity who is subjected to birth and death attains immortality when he gives up all material activities, dedicates his life to the execution of my order, and act according to my direction. In this way, he becomes fit to enjoy the spiritual bliss derived from exchanging loving mellows with me. Text 104. My dear Sanatana, please now hear about the regulative principle for the execution of devotional service. By this process, one can attain the highest perfection of love of Godhead, which is the most desirable treasure.
So
Thanks,
when you surrender Krishna, you accept him as your one. You accept him as one of his. You are one of his confidential associates. That means you are always wanting to be with Krishna, and you always want to be a servant of Krishna and do whatever he wants. Okay, and then a living entity is subject to birth and death. You attain immortality when you give up all material activities and you do whatever Krishna wants you to do and act according to what Krishna wants you to do. In this way, you become fit to enjoy spiritual bliss derived from. That means you will get a loving service with me. You will actually have very great attachment to me. So then after this, Krishna is going to speak about those who do not have pure love for Krishna but want to get the pure love. So these are the rules and regulations Krishna is going to speak about. But if you already got the pure love, you do not have to worry about the rules and regulations. But if you are not that level, you have to read. So I have to stop here because there's another 80 verses and it will take another 1 hour. So we'll continue next week again. Okay? So we'll stop here.